I should have. There it is, bro. It's still there, but there's a stingray down there now, hanging around too. And my boat is moving, bro. I could ask those people if they'd come and take me over to my dinghy, because I definitely don't want to swim over there. One day this is gonna be gone. There's a big crack right here and it goes all the way up, and this stuff's all just sand and rock, or sand that's turned to rock. Like, you can see all the sand in it. You know, like if you went in here and you started mucking around pulling these bits of rock out, this whole thing could fall over any minute, any time, without a doubt in my mind. Alright, we're just here down at this little rock pool having a cool off. Let's have a look what we got under here. Gave me a fright. Snails everywhere. Good sized critters, reasonable sized critters everywhere. just gonna cut up some kindling for starting up the oven. The boat's moving pretty bad. I don't understand why, other than the obvious. I would have thought that anchor would have held it. Just got the fire starting up down there. I'm hoping on low tide the boat will turn back around and get dragged back this way. That's the hope. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a window in the morning where we can get the gear back on the boat. Without having to just chuck it on there. It's going to be a mission. I always knew it could be a problem, especially if it's like this. If it's like this, I'll just biff what I can on. Yeah, it'll be a pretty serious little problem if it's like this in the morning, which it's very likely to be. One thing we didn't bring is insect repellent. I cannot believe that. Let's pull this up here. Okay, we may have oven's going good, so let's check our batteries here. Oh, they stopped charging for some weird reason. Let's get out our bit of steak here. Come on. We'll just pepper that up real good on one side there. And then we'll just salt that up on one side only, like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to also add more pepper. Perfection. Now we're just gonna fully roll that round like that. pull that off, just like that. That's pretty much ready. So I like to always just fold one this way and one the opposite way, like that, just so we get an even little cook there. Get up there like that, get it burning. Back, relaxing. Right, just like that, she's on. Hopefully the boat doesn't end up too far away. And if it does, hopefully someone goes past and I can flag them down and they can hopefully not mind to take me over to it. Oh, jeepers. There's a, like over by that other little rock formation just there, just to the left of it, it's like a bird, looks like a big bird, big hawk or something. It's like it's turned around now. From this way it's been looking like it's looking that way. Now it looks like it's turned around and looking back over its shoulder out that way. Oh man. Oh. Big launch there. Big waves. Far out. Awesome. Steering from the back. Look how fast it goes. It's freaking nuts. All taking photos. It's so cool. Off back to Auckland. Or to get away from this wind. Like amazing here, man. It's just amazing. All right, let's see what our meat looks like. Oh, looks good. Bugger, I was hoping for it to get it to be a bit burnt. Obviously the tomato prevented that happening. Oh, let's see what that's like. Oh, it's super hot. I can feel it through my pack. Oh, it's beautifully cooked. Just delicious. Delicious. Got a beautiful orange ice lemonade now. Got some orange juice in there, and then obviously just the slice. It's going to be very interesting getting off this island if it's like this tomorrow. I might have to leave some of my gear here until it's flattened out a bit. So we're live here. I missed the sunset because I was live, okay? So we're still here though, and it's getting close to... I would love to have a nice hot coffee and some cookies. I do have cookies, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. You can see the sky tower. It's bananas. That's nearly one of the reasons I love this spot. I wonder if we're going to be able to hopefully they'll have it blue tonight, like, because last time I was here it was red. I want to see it a different color, you know. Let's all right, so it's just freaking bananas. Alrighty, eh? I'm gonna hit the hay. Wow. Alright, so we're in a bit of a pickle here. I've managed to find the gas tank. Alright, so I've woken up at 3 in the morning, checked for the boat, couldn't see it, went, oh, it's been dragged off, went and jumped back in the bed and just heard something. It wasn't the boat that I heard, but I was like, I couldn't sleep anyway, so like, because I was just like stressing out, wondering if it had sunk or... So I got up to have a look and had a proper look and found it. It was there, full of water, like full to the top, like it was fully full up. The tide was out or whatever it was. Walked down, pulled the bung out at 3 in the morning and whatever, and realised the gas tank was gone. You know, it was just, I was just flabbergasted. I was just gutted as I was like, oh no, like, better than it being sunk, but like, geez, man, I was just so upset. And I didn't really film a lot just because of that. So I just pulled the bung out. I didn't get any of that on film just because I was embarrassed, you know, a little bit as well. Just that it had gone wrong. The I'll show you what actually went on in a minute when I can see it on the screen here. Anyway, let's carry on. And the wetsuit, I found the wetsuit first. It was around there. I was like, hey, what's that black thing under the rock way down there? And it was my wetsuit. And I thought, oh, I hope I can find the petrol tank. So I did. I found the petrol tank for the boat. Hopefully it's not full of water. It's been washed up on the rocks overnight. I'm hoping we're going to get it. So when I pulled the boat, when I found what led me to it was I had the torch going down there at 3 o'clock in the morning, like looking in there, like looking around. And then I came around and I looked around the front, did it get dragged and go around that way? And I just saw the rope all in here. And I was like, hey. And anyway, when I pulled that anchor in, it was right around there. I pulled it right round, back up onto the land there. Back to the boat. It was right round here somewhere. Enough water to float it off. It was full of water. When I got up at about 3 o'clock this morning, I emptied it. Hopefully we're going to be okay. There is some engine damage, like just cosmetic. I'm not too sure about the whole going and things. I'm going to try and launch it off here if the water gets deep enough. I'm praying. I run Coast Guard at about 5 o'clock this morning. Or about just no, it might have been 5:30, and asking or letting them know what's happened, that I had the boat out there. It's been washed on here. At that point I didn't have the petrol can tank, so I do now, so hopefully it's going to be okay. They said they were going to bring me back. They haven't. The lady sort of seemed to think like that it wasn't their problem. I don't know. I'm going to try and launch in here and then get the motor going, you know, like, so I don't know. It's not their problem. I made the choice and it's what happened. I anchored the boat out there. It got dragged around. It was maybe a bad choice of mine. Maybe I should have anchored out further. Yeah, so I was hoping they would come, put a rope on at high tide and tow me off here, and then help me get, you know, make sure I can get going, and then I'll be on my merry way, you know. Hopefully it's gonna work anyway. If they do turn up, which is still possible, it'll be awesome. I am a Coast Guard member, but I'm picking they may not turn up. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. It's going to be an interesting interesting launch here, if we can get launched. I'm really not sure that we can. Hopefully I can. Anyway, the only way I can do it is load the boat now. Anyway, all packed up here, giving the old mussels a bit of a drink. Birds out there. Alright, I've had a little think about it. I'm pretty sure the boat must have come across like that. I could be wrong, but I'm picking it must have got dragged. I don't know actually, because the rope was around here. It came around like this, around the point, which I had anchored it out there, so I don't know what's happened. I obviously put too much rope out. The motor's starting. Hopefully it's going to stay starting. Hopefully we're going to be able to get off the boat floating here, and either then get the motor up. I'll pull it forward a bit as much as I can, get the motor up so it's up out of the water, and then hopefully we can get it to float out that way, or out that way, or out this way. Any of the ways will do. Yeah. Just trying to get the motor up here. Without cutting my hand. Why is it not coming up? There we go. A touch of a wind there. over, get her turned around. She's actually heavy. We could get everything out. Don't try this at home, kids. Oh yeah. We're gonna try and get it around over, or turned around. Still got a couple of hours of tide. What we will do is make sure our oar is ready to roll in case we end up in the boat. That's going to be very important here. Ready to roll. A nice drink would be alright. A nice Queen Peach. Ooh. Ooh. It's going to be an interesting launch this. Alright, let's just bring the butt end of the boat around if we can. Without wrecking us. Come on, you. We'll just leave it there. Woo! Woo! We just got put it up on that angle so we can let a little bit more water come in here before we go trying to float out of here, because we're going to get caught on the side of these rocks here unless we try and go out that way. I think at this point here it's better just to have some patience. Patience would be a good idea. It always is, brother. It always is, man. The cliff, bro, it's massive, bro. Like, must be 50 meters there was home last night. Freaking sick, bro. Sick. Yeah, it's always got to end in determination, bro. Determination. Yola. Here we go, starting to get up. Well, we got a bit of damage on the side there, but it's a pity. And there. Hopefully it doesn't mean anything. Damn it. I quite like this boat. No ways of going through there anytime soon. We'll just get the boat off that rock back there. I don't like that on the motor like that. We just need to be able to get over these rocks here, and the one that it's actually on, we'll see which one we end up on. Is this fun? I don't know. It is and it ain't, you know? It is and it ain't. I don't want my boat getting damaged, so that part of it's not fun. Ringing Coast Guard's not fun. Gonna get wet here. What we could do is try and push the boat out from the back and maybe move out a bit faster than we are, like this. I think we may just try and go around that way. So we're going to try and exit out this way, I think. Let's just push from the back. What one are we on? We're on a rock here. Try not to go swimming in. We've got an hour and a half of tide coming in. way there. Never put your hands under the boat in a situation like this. You'll just get them jammed or broken or squashed. Just eyeing up my paddle so it's down this end, so when I do jump in the boat I know what I'm going to be doing. Got an hour and 40 minutes-ish of tide coming in, I think. Here we go. Here we go. It's away. So we'll just jump in like this. So we're ready. Not laughing. I am smiling. We don't want to break out or come on. Just let go. I think we're off. No. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Come on. We don't want to get stuck on that other rock. Come on, man. There we go. We're away. We're away. Where's our anchor? Where's our oar, I mean? There's our oar. We're away. Let's go. Let's pedal. Row that dinghy, man. Row that dinghy. Wind's coming from the south. Roll that dinghy, man. We'll just keep pedaling. Hopefully miss this big rock. Alright, let's give it a go. Just idle out here, try and get around the corner here without cutting out. Come on, baby. It may have water in the fuel. Alright, so we'll just try and get around the corner. It's not good. Oh, for frick's sake. Come on, baby. Come on, get these earphones off. You can't hear nothing. Right. We're in deep crap here. Get out here, at least anchor. Let's get around the side here. We've got some spare gas on us, only a little bit, maybe enough to get back to. Let's just get out here a bit. vibrating like crap. So we've got some prop damage here. We could go in there and call the Coast Guard and get some proper gas, but we'll just idle out here. What a spot! I've got to get over my fear of sharks, I tell you. I think it was my own fault. I put out too much rope, way too much rope. I don't know. I really don't know if I put way too much out, or did it drag. I put out too much rope. I'll never know. I can guess that I put out too much rope, because when I pulled in the anchor it was still, I don't know. I really don't know what went wrong. Except, I don't know, it's a fairly decent sized anchor for a boat like this, with quite a lot of chain too. So I think I put out too much rope. Take the earphones off, I couldn't hear nothing. Just put the drone away up here so it doesn't get too wet. Anyway, we're on the move. Wowee. What an exciting end to a awesome spot. Definitely paid for the trip, for the hotel room there, but what a room. Was it worth it? I gotta say yes. At this point, yes. It was. hopefully a new propeller. Hopefully I can just put on a leg that I've got at home. Give the motor a good clean down, the boat a good clean down, sort this window out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Been up since 3 o'clock, 3 something this morning, stressing about this whole entire thing. We did it. We did it. And we still got to get to the other side. Woo! I'm not sure we'll do it today. We might camp somewhere else. We'll see. Yola.